Hey everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we are going to be doing a sketching session and the focus is going to be on trees. Yesterday I did this drawing, I did a drawing video on, we were just practicing drawing birds. I had so much fun with this that I thought, you know what, maybe today I'll just draw something. I just want to keep it simple and I think we're going to focus on trees. I have my Artex colored pencils that I'm going to be using, and I have these Caran d'Ache Neocolor crayons. I'm not going to be adding water to it. I'm just using them sort of like crayons. That's how I like to use them. And then I am using what I've mentioned that I really like is this mixed media paper by Artist Loft. And I just like the thickness of the paper. Everything works well on it. Like this was gouache and I really enjoyed this. I think I have a video on this too. I have a video on how to draw cats and a video on how to draw birds. I had so much fun with this. I might actually use for this one I used a Sharpie marker, so I may also use a Sharpie marker, but I'm sticking to the colored pencils and my crayons. And we are going to practice just drawing trees and playing around with our art supplies and practicing simple drawings. So that's what we're going to do, and I hope you join me. I am going to grab my pencil, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to go with the flow. It's very hard to do sometimes, especially when drawing, to try to go with the flow, but I think what I'm going to do is just draw some wobbly lines here to make a tree. And maybe some here. So I hope you can see that. All I have is just, they almost look like clouds. So you're almost drawing two clouds, okay? And then we are going to make these into trees. So we might have to, I'm gonna use the green because I might wanna color it in, but I am also going to draw a trunk. Okay, in green, we'll color it after. And I'm going to draw a branch going out here, and I might, I think I made a mistake already. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it for now. Okay, and that's kind of what it's going to look like for now. I feel like I kind of made some mistakes here, but that's okay. I'm glad I drew this in green. Draw it all in the same color, so if you make any mistakes, you can correct it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna correct it after. I might actually add another cloud here. I call it a cloud, but it's really the tree. Okay, so I've got it mapped in. I feel like it looks okay. And now I'm going to maybe color it in. So I'm going to start with a lighter shade. And some parts of the tree are going to be a lighter shade. So probably I'm going to color most of it this lighter shade because I could layer colors on because I'm using colored pencils. And you could do this in any color, especially like, for fall, you can make it like some reddish, yellowish color, which maybe we'll do, I don't know. Kind of outlined it in green. Got one. And remember, one of the things I've said is like, it's okay. Every drawing has an ugly phase, so don't worry about making a mess. And sometimes it takes a few tries before you do it in a way that you like it. Okay, so I have this part in, and now I'm picking like a bit of a darker color. And I'm coloring that in. I don't want it all to be the same color because like trees have different areas. Some leaves are different colors. So for now, I'm just doing like these circular motions for the leaves. because this is just a sketch in our sketchbook. I feel like I'm liking the way it's turning out right now. And I think I'm also going to just gently color this part in so it looks more like a tree. I don't know what I'm going to do with that right now, but this one I'm going to also, there, okay. I wonder if I should, oh well, trees look any which way, don't they? Doesn't matter. And again, the point is to be free and see what comes out and not beat yourself up if it's not perfect. Okay, so I'm liking that. I wonder, did I use this color? Is this a little dark? The bottom part closest to the branches is going to be a bit of a darker shade. So I'm just kind of, and I'm not sure I have the right color that I want for the darker part. Let's see if I have a darker shade. This might be too dark. And because these leaves are underneath this, there's going to be some more shadow. I like squiggly lines. Kind of like how my messy tree is starting to look. And now I'm going to do this again. And try maybe, ooh, this brown is not working out for me. I have a different brown. Now I have my Caran d'Ache. You can use whatever you want. You could use additional, you can use crayons, you can use colored pencils, you can use markers. I'm just trying to create some more shading in the tree. And I could probably wet this if I wanted, but I think I just don't want to wet it right now. And just areas where there might be shadows. I could probably have made this bigger, but for now I'm just going to leave it. And I'm just doing squiggly lines. Whoops. And it would be cool if you added like fall colors. You could have yellow. Maybe we'll do one after this with some fall colors on it. And I don't want to do too much shadow, but I'm really liking how my tree is starting to look. And maybe I could add some lighter shades maybe. And I don't want to go over all the colored pencil that I did. I kind of like the colored pencil. So I kind of like the effect of the colored pencils with the Neocolors. So I'm just going to try to lightly go over some parts of it. One of the things I'm always working on is less is more. Instead of doing too much, which I have the tendency to do, is to kind of just accept it and leave it where it's at. I really like this. I'm really happy with how this looks. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave that. But what I am going to do is get some of these branches in a bit more and a little bit darker if I can. I like this tree looking sort of Halloween-y, like wiry, I guess, like with all these crooked lines. And maybe crooked lines help it, especially if you're learning to draw, because it's, you know, trees can be wonky and weird and imperfect. So I kind of like that. And then I'm going to get just a lighter brown, maybe for down here, where the tree might be a little bit lighter. Not sure. Ooh, I'm happy with this tree. And now what I might do, like sometimes trees will have like even the roots coming out, but what I think I'm going to do is just put some grass around it, around the bottom. I bet you could use crayons and do this too. This is just really fun to do. Okay, I'm really happy with how this tree turned out. Very simple, starting with just circular or oval shapes, like drawing clouds. Like you can think of this as 1 cloud, 2 cloud, 3 cloud, and then adding the branches and coloring it in darker towards where these branches are, because there's going to be shading there, and then lighter in the center and at the top, because if the sun or light is shining down, it's going to be lighter on top. And you could probably, if I had more of my Neocolors, I'd probably try a variety of, you know, different greens, but this is all I have. But I'm super happy with how that turned out. Let's see if we can do one more tree. Okay, so the next tree we're going to do is going to be like, I'll draw like this so we could see it. And if you hear any noise, my neighbor's out playing ball with his kids, so you're probably going to hear them talking, but that's okay. I'm going to draw my tree. And I think what I'll start with is just a line going down. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's a line going down. I'm making it all green because I'm gonna color it in the branches and stuff after in a brown color, but I just feel like if I map it out in a green color first, we can kind of get the overall look of the tree. So I'm actually going to draw, it's almost like a Christmas tree, but I'm drawing like, we're going to color it in, but I'm trying to keep it looking, the branches coming out like this. And I'm just making whatever wonky lines to bring it down. And as we come down, it comes out to the bottom versus the top. And I think I might stop it here because I do want there to be something at the bottom for the trunk. And now what we're going to do is do different colors for this, for these branches. Okay, so I'm going to start with a lighter color. There's no rhyme or reason, just get the green in there, and then we're going to add darker color to make it stand out a bit. Okay, and so now I'm just gonna do a bit of a darker color. You don't need to be neat for the first few layers because you're going to cover them up anyway. This is almost a great way to draw a Christmas tree if you're trying to do that. I'm really liking how this is looking. I think if I added a little white to this to add some highlights, it might work out. See if I can do that. I'm going to use my white to see if I can add some highlights. It's not about perfect. It's just like if you are drawing and playing around, does it look somewhat like a tree? Does it, you know, did you have fun practicing? And this is going to be great for when the holidays roll around and we've practiced our trees and we can do like all sorts of Christmas tree drawings. Kind of like how my tree turned out. I wonder if I know I'm probably going to ruin it, but I wonder if I added my Sharpie marker. Oh, my marker's not really working that well. Kind of nice to add a little. No, it's not going to work very well. Kind of like just the way it might make it pop a little bit. But I'll leave it. I'm trying to leave it, but I keep going. Maybe I'll try some black, but I'm kind of just wishing I had to add, like some areas of shadow so this tree sort of stands out a bit more. So one of the things I've been doing is playing with light and dark and trying to like make the tree stand out a bit, but also anything that I'm doing, trying to make it stand out a bit more. But overall, I feel like this tree turned out well as well. I'm super happy with both my trees. I'd love to know if you guys gave it a try. Here's a close-up of this one. This is going to be great for when the holidays roll around and we want to practice drawing winter scenes and maybe a Christmas tree. It's going to be great. And then the other one, where did that go? Oh, there we go. I'm super happy with both of these trees. I would love to know how it went for you. Please leave a comment and let me know if you gave this a try. If you have any questions at all about my process, just let me know. I hope you all have a wonderful day and happy sketching.